And we're live, I think. I hope. Can you hear us? Yesterday we had some issues. Hopefully today is fine. Everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Am I squawking loud enough?
Yes.
We good? All right. We have a special guest today. This is episode 2 that we've had a live guest. Actually 3, because we had your young friend fella that came in and said,
Wesley.
hey, Wesley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people
The student
students.
Not the young fella. Anyways, we've got John Fink in the studio today, so we are super excited. For those of you at home on the chat, he is a regular. So he made the trip over from Tennessee today and is joining us here live. So we're super excited about that. Welcome, John. Woo! He gets to experience what a tiny room this actually is and how we all cram 15 people in here for this. So, all right. Well, I tell you what, I did not finish my knife sheath from Wednesday because this has occupied my last 2 days in addition to the live sale that happened yesterday. So I'll work on that this weekend. And then on Wednesday of next week, hopefully I'll show you what that finished sheath looks like. We'll get it done.
It's a pretty involved project.
Yeah. And since we have a schedule now, there was no just delaying for me to finish it today. We've got things to do.
We got to get going.
We have to get going. Yeah. So today we're going to be working on a chef knife tool roll, which is complicated to say, so I have to do it very slowly. Denny, he brought this in on Wednesday, but he has tooled this amazing cover for this tool roll that we're about to assemble. And this thing is huge. It's really big. So this roll will accommodate 3 knives. You'll have a 10-inch, an 8-inch, and then kind of like a 5 or 6-inch blade. Kind of non-specific, but we'll have those 3 different pockets with this specific tool roll. This is the outer layer of it that will roll around where we're actually going to put the knives, which is what we've got going on here.
Yeah, this is just the closure.
Yeah, this is just the pretty outside. Isn't that gorgeous, guys? Denny did so many flowers. We were like, oh yeah, this isn't going to be super, this is just not going to be a big project at all. It'll just be just this little tool roll. And then we get our pattern all designed, and then Denny comes out with a back piece, and we're like, this has a lot of surface area on it, actually. So.
I went over to Denny's area yesterday, and he's like, you want to see what 3 days of work looks like?
Right here. Yeah.
That's it.
This is, Denny, do you want to tell him what you did after you finished?
You really want me to? I was going to clean it after I'd finished tooling this, after 3 days of tooling, drawing, and mental anguish. I finished tooling it, and I was going to clean it with oxalic acid.
Yeah.
So up on my little shelf, I have a bottle of oxalic acid and a bottle of contact cement thinner. Mm-hmm. So I just grabbed a bottle and went over there, and as soon as I started cleaning it, I thought, man, this stuff smells funnier than usual. And I looked and I grabbed the cement thinner. So I cleaned it with cement thinner, and it did a pretty fine job.
And he just kept cleaning the whole thing, because really that's what you do when you mess up. Is you're just like, okay, I'm just going to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you might have a weird splotch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just keep going.
Stop. I had to keep going.
You just keep going. But it is gorgeous.
It did good.
Yes.
It wasn't detrimental at all.
So just FYI, did you oil it again after you cement thinned it?
I hadn't.
Oh, you hadn't oiled it yet.
On it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I was cleaning it, getting ready to oil it.
You gave it an extra good coat just to make sure we didn't have a dried house.
There's nothing sticky on top of this anymore, right? Again.
It's going to be good to go. So anyway, so the back is almost assembled. We do have it kind of partially lined here, but we left these 2 flaps because we're not going to install our closures on this until we get the innards done, see how the knives fit in it. Once we have it all rolled up, then we'll install the clasp so that we have a nice good fit.
Yeah,
on there.
A snug fit, yeah.
For the closures, we do have these magnetic clasps, which I wouldn't normally use on a knife roll because knives are metal, but because the outside is separate from the inside on this, it's never going to touch the knives. It's always going to be held underneath, and these aren't going to be kind of directly in contact, so we're using magnetic closures. Plus, they're just kind of cool. So, all right. So this is our fun little pattern that we did. Like I said, we have 3 knives that we're working with, but they all have pretty hefty handles. You can't really see that. They have hefty handles.
Hefty handles, yes. We sell
that.
those, by the way.
So in any case, So the handles on these are not super flat. So what we did is we've got like a sneaker coming in here with a sandwich for me. Look, my lunch came early. Hi, Chris. Welcome to the live video.
So
Wait, we had a conversation the other day, Chris,
about sandwiches?
about sandwiches. And
This is
meat.
not homemade.
That is not homemade.
I thought maybe you just had brown paper lunch stacks at the house.
We do.
Oh.
Anyway, that's my sandwich for later. So now I won't starve later.
This is how long this is going to take.
I'm going to need that during this. So in any case, so what we've got here is our back panel that we're going to be working with is a 15 by 15 and a half. Tony's going to come make this darker so that you guys can see it.
Just wobble around for a minute.
Yeah,
Did you bring the knives with you today?
I did. They're over here.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't lay them all out earlier because I just didn't know. The table has been kind of a mess.
Yeah.
So we've got a 15 by 15 and a half back panel. So this back panel that we're going to start working with here, those are the dimensions. And honestly, this is just kind of working with whatever knives you have. How you want to assemble the innards will kind of determine what you've got going on.
Yeah, but what you're making here is sort of, you can use it on several different size knives as long as the length is
Exactly.
approximately the same.
Yeah. So with the inside welt that we made, so overall 15 and a half, the handles will be what is sticking out here. And then the blades will be going here. So we have made 3 different size pocket welt panels, is what I've been calling them, to glue into these so that the knife can only go down so far. So all of the handles will lay across this line here. And then we have these little welt panels that I've made. So we cut out just a piece of Herman oak split here. Not super thick, maybe like 8 to 9 ounce. And then I just glued a really thin piece of 2 ounce to the back of it so that I've got a lined section, which just provides a little bit more stability. We're using the Herman oak Heritage just because it's going to fold really nicely. But we didn't want, because it's such a flexible leather, I didn't want the blades to go through those pieces. So we just are lining everything with veg on the inside just to provide a little bit more stability for these pockets.
Is this Heritage, is it a vegetable tan leather?
It is a vegetable tan leather, which is important.
So if you're all wanting an upholstery type leather to build a knife sheath with, this would be perfect.
It is, yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. So Herman Oak came out with this Heritage. I think it's a 4 to 5 ounce, maybe 5 to 6. It's pretty decent.
Did I put that gauge back, or is it still sitting right here next to the wall?
It is sitting right there next to the wall because the shop hates us because we steal their leather gauges from the splitters, and then they have to go find them. So we've got a 5 to 6 ounce is what we've got here. The Heritage comes in 4 or 5 different colors, but it is really nice. It's full veg. It's been drum dyed, and it's really nice to work with. It's a little expensive, but if you do need something that's veg, so the knives that I'm making this for are Damascus carbon steel blades, which means I definitely don't want to use chrome tan leathers because that can pit the steel on those. And so this is 100% veg construction that we're working with here. But if you did use a chrome tan for your back, you could just line it with some veg. You've got like the pig lining veg is really pretty economical. You can use that to line your panels with. We have a lot of Herman oak in the shop because we cut up a lot of Herman oak. So that's what I'm using.
Yeah.
Because it's our favorite. So anyways, so we've got the 3 different size welt panels that we will be using here. We've got, this guy is for about an 8-inch blade or so. And then we've got this one, which would accommodate a 10-inch chef's knife. So these will lay, they will be about 1/4 of an inch of a seam between them because that's where our roll is going to happen. So that's why these 3 panels are not connected. I wanted that space in between each one so that we'll roll nicely.
Yeah.
And we'll stitch them down.
Yeah, this is called a knife roll, but it's actually a knife fold.
It is a knife fold. It folds twice.
Yeah.
That's not a folder knife, though.
No.
No, it's not. So if you're doing this at home, that's really all I did was I kind of drew out. I had my 3 knives. I should have gotten those out, but we were in a bit of a... Anyways, so I kind of oversized this just a tad so that it's not specific to the blades that I'm using. But if you have something, and usually that's about the 3 sizes that you'll have is an 8, a 10, and like a 5 or a 6.
And the way this is going to work, those knives are going to fit in there snug. There's not going to be any play. When everything's
Yeah.
folded and rolled.
Because then we have, so this is going to sew to the back. We're going to have a flap that comes down to cover those handles and protect them from one another as it folds, and then everything will come together. So we're going to get started because this is going to kind of be a lot. We've already bell knifed the edges on this piece. Let's see here. Our cover flap was about 10.5 by
15 and a half or 16.
Oh, wait a minute.
I forget.
15 by 11. That's our flap. I have a lot of numbers here. There's many pieces. So our flap is about 11 by 15. So it fits perfectly across here. And then we just bell knifed these two edges and they will be sewn down. We'll do just a decorative stitch around that. So here we go.
If you're doing it at home, you know, especially you people that are hand stitching, you know, you don't have to fold and hand stitch your edges.
No, you don't.
But it gives a nice finished look to it. It's
going to be very finished. Got our back panel. And then these are the linings. So we will be gluing these down in their respective places. So I put the biggest knife in the middle, the smallest knife on the outside of the roll, and then the medium-sized knife on the very inside of the roll. And then hopefully once it all folds up, those handles are going to kind of offset each other. Yep. And so then it just creates a really nice stack. So these are going to be the linings on the inside. We'll have the linings on the outside. This will be lined here, like so. Okay, well, we're just going to get going. Yeah. So, Denny, if you want to go ahead and start gluing these panels down, line up these two on each side, and then this one's centered. Very good. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the welts.
I did put a camera on all these tools that you got.
I know. Denny did this. I did not do this, guys. Denny organized.
Aren't you thrilled?
I'm so proud of you. We'll see how long
it's all change here.
Liz has some paper over there on the opposite side of the table.
Are you? To protect our veg stamp from our oil stamp yesterday.
Right now is when it's finished.
There we go. So Denny, let's see here. We've got a question. Andrea needs to clean a piece of veg. What can she use? She got a little barge on it.
You can use cement.
Hello?
If you've got barge on it, about the only thing to do is use a gum eraser, and it'll just kind of roll off with that eraser. But you know, oxalic acid is not really going to clean a piece or any cement off of it. So
okay. And so for this panel that we've got here that we'll be attaching these pockets to, the top edge is going to be rolled down and we're going to stitch across it. And this will just hide all of those welts that I've created on the top here.
So to interrupt, do I just center this center one in between the two outsides?
That's what you're going to do. And we have pre-bell knifed all these pieces. I'll tell you what, Denny and I have been staring at this design for days now.
Yeah, when it's all said and done, you guys are going to think, well, that wasn't so hard. That's exactly what we thought when we started it.
We're like, this is going to be really simple.
It's pretty complicated.
I did write myself some instructions on the back of my pattern there, just to make sure that we do everything in the right order.
Now I realize why we needed two glue pots.
And then you just need to make sure that, okay, so the little one, this one, and then, nope, nope, this one and this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What's happening over there, guys?
Abigail's entrance on camera there, they were talking about it on
Waybread's in here.
What's up, Waybread? How's that apron working out for you? John, where do you watch us when you watch?
Usually on my phone.
Oh, just like what platform?
Oh, YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, Tony's getting all fancy with all this Twitch nonsense, and I have no idea what's happening.
If you want to, you can slide over so you can see this other TV that's easier to see. That TV. You have. I'm gonna stand in the middle of the camera, so. Here. If you sit right here and just look back through that way, or you can sit here and be in the camera. I don't care. Here, let me just move.
I don't want to take Liz's.
Spotlight.
No, I'm good.
She's kind of picky about it. She loves me. Just as much as Denny did at first. I said Denny with a D. Let me. I'll text you what size it needs to be.
Charlie Abbott said Twitch is for the cool kids.
Thanks, Charlie. I am not cool. I am not internet cool.
Doesn't Chris hang out on Twitch?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's a gamer, so.
But Twitch is not just for gaming.
I know, but that's where it started, right? Like,
Yes, it did.
Okay.
It used to be called Justin TV.
that sounds familiar. I think I've heard of that.
Also, Denny, great video on skiving last week. Any suggestion for skiving softer stuff without a bell knife skiver?
Depends on how much you're skiving. If you're like just a small piece on the edge, it's hard to beat a good sharp French edger. But that safety beveler that we were using works great too. Main thing is, again, strop those tools. Get them polished sharp. The sharper they are, the better they're going to cut any kind of a leather. When you're cutting a real firm leather, it's a lot easier than soft leather. But if your knife is sharp, it will cut either.
Which is why Denny only brought firm leathers, because
Yeah, that's right.
he was making the video last week easy on himself.
Trying to.
Debbie says you're pretty cool to us, Liz.
Thanks. What's his name again?
Nick.
Nick. Thanks, Nick.
And then he put your email with it.
Liz, your emote.
My emote. I did see my emote on Wednesday. Tony was kind enough to show me what he had put on the internet for me.
You always dreamed you would be an emote, right?
Yeah. All I've ever wanted to be was an emote.
Finally make it.
I finally made it. Thank you for making my dreams come true, Tony. I knew I could count on you.
How do you manage it wanting to wiggle side to side when you're guiding activity? This is still Angela asking.
That's almost impossible to manage. You have to realize that when you're skiving the edge of a really thin piece of leather, it's going to stretch it a certain amount, and I think that's what you're talking about. So whenever I skive something really thin and light like that, I always make it a bit oversized so that I can trim it, because it is going to stretch it a certain amount.
There's a lot of glue going on.
John, I'm going to need you to pretend like you're in a well-ventilated room. Don't mind.
This will change your life.
I won't put any of
There's a decent amount of cement here.
Drop that door.
I'm glad you enjoy it, Chad. Hi from Canada. Could you use an oil tan leather or would it pit? Well, Alex, it sounds like you missed the first part of this. No, I would not recommend using oil tan leather. If you do want to use an oil tan leather, you should line it with veg tan.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially when you're working with carbon based.
A vegetable retanned leather, like a vegetable retanned, with oil.
Yeah.
Anything that's not vegetable tanned is you're going to run a chance at that.
Yeah.
This is why Liz is always laughing.
It's only one of the reasons.
Listen, guys.
I think I'm ready to stick this down here.
I tell you what, guys. September happened like 2 days ago, and suddenly our mornings are like 70 degrees outside, and it's like fall sprung in one day.
3 days ago.
3 days ago.
I guess today's the third day of it.
Today is the third day. Thanks, Tony.
And on the third day, we glued a knife roll.
There we have it.
Okay, and then you can glue this down like this.
Don't need to roll anything first.
Nope, because that's just going to go straight
that's
over the
right.
top. You just want to be careful for that edge.
Let me mark this
Yeah.
back edge.
And the glue just keeps going. Denny, you know what I'm going to do this weekend?
I have no idea. Are you going to go kayaking again?
No, I'm not. I had a great time last week. But this week, I'm going to attempt to cut down the rest of my bamboo grove
Oh,
and all of my miscellaneous trees that I don't want growing in my yard. So next week, I'm going to be really sore.
sounds delightful.
Doesn't it, though?
Yes.
It's going to be great. I'm going to feel better when I look out. When you look out my back window, all you see is like greenery to the heavens.
To the heavens.
Hey, Liz, GM
Yeah.
has your favorite question up there.
What contact cement are we using? I don't even have to look. I just know. This is called Van Grip. It is a contact cement just like Masters and Barge. We use Van Grip because we buy it in huge 5-gallon containers and pour it into the shop so that we're not like, buying quarts of Barge and Masters for expensive. And then we use these handy little plastic containers that we sell, or Denny uses the glue pot boy thingy that we sell. So
Yeah, boys, something small.
that thing.
What are you doing over there, Denny?
It's making
I'm
noise.
making noise. I'm trying to interrupt things.
Oh, you're doing a great job on it.
Charles,
Okay, now they know.
I've been trying to not do that for weeks now, but I just couldn't.
It didn't work out. Okay, I am sorry, Beth.
It's okay. I need to glue again too. So
Let's come over here.
okay. So I've got all my welt panels glued in here. You'll see that we've got about a 1/4 inch here, which is where we're going to sew everything. We're going to sew the front and the back together through there. And then I'm going to roll this top edge now where these are so that you can't see all of my fun, funky welt situation that I've got going on in there. And then that will be sewn.
It's like making noise.
Are you hearing that? Well,
It's paper.
Yes, you're right. It is big.
Denny, are you going to try to get out on the water this weekend?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Do you also have bamboo to hack down?
Dude,
You
don't
can
know.
make some fishing poles.
I don't know how much bamboo I'll be hacking. But it's Labor Day weekend.
No,
and
that is
that's
true.
kind of.
No, that's
I
a
don't
terrible
know.
time to be on the road.
Yeah, there are so many people. You know, everybody knows I hate people.
Yeah, you really do. Those classes that he teaches, man, it's a struggle to get him to do that.
He's probably going to get all his white on and wear all his white this weekend.
Yeah, on my white.
We'll get him some linen pants and one of those flowy shirts, then you can go walk on a beach, have your pictures taken.
Because you know, no white after Labor Day.
Oh yeah,
That's a silly rule. Why is that?
I don't
What
know.
is that?
But that's the same rule for straw hats, cowboys.
You're not allowed to wear your straw hats after Labor Day?
Not after Labor Day and not before Memorial Day.
Why?
It's the rule.
I need, but why?
No special reason. People just have to be regimental about things.
This breeze is nice. This is why I don't want to use a hairdryer, because I get to create a breeze when I dry my glue. Plus, I get to move the adhesive smell around a little
Feels
bit.
pretty good to me.
It does feel nice. All right.
I'm going to go ahead and glue these fold edges. Glue them.
Okay.
Fold them over. Plus, it makes a mess on the paper, and I really like that.
Oh, I got my glue here, but I am just, you won't really see this edge. I just want to get it as tight as possible, and I'm just kind of pushing it down around the contours of what we've got going on here.
Liz, how's your coffee?
My coffee is delicious. This is a new version. Oh, Anthony. To whoever did that.
Is it even worse that I spent my channel? I have infinity points.
Yes, yes, that's worse. But now I don't feel so bad about that. All right. Are we good again?
For now. I'll make more noise later.
Okay.
Yeah, Terry Beeson was asking what you were doing over there.
Terry Beeson was.
Uh-huh.
Terry, I'm dreaming about a Japanese fly rod.
Could you borrow some of Liz's bamboo that she's cutting down to make you a new fishing pole?
I have my own bamboo, thank you.
He doesn't need mine.
Which are you cutting?
I would like to loan her some of mine.
No. Probably would have been better if I had my granite slab. This'll do. All right.
Yeah.
There's my rolled top edge.
This is a great question. I'll share it with you in just a moment.
Thanks. I need some wing dividers. All right, so now I need to find where this inset is. And then I'm gonna sew this down to the front. That way, whoever has this knife roll knows what size blades they can put in each slot. Otherwise, they're just guessing because it'll look the same from the front here. So I'm gonna find where those lines are. And then I'm just gonna draw my stitch line. And then I'm gonna sew those panels just with like a kind of a faux stitch here because everything's gonna be glued down. So then he's got this ready to go. This is going to lay on top of that. And then, boom, look at that. That's going to fold real nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Be pretty good.
Yay, it worked.
So I don't need to fold these edges yet.
Not yet. Nope. So this
It's a good thing Liz has the brains in this.
I wrote it down right here. These are my instructions.
This is like the inception of knife rolls. You know, like Inception the movie?
Yeah, the inception.
It's a roll within a roll.
But more layers are better.
Yes. More protection.
Are better layers.
Okay. Is there an odorless adhesive that works well for leather? I mean, some of the water-based ones do really well, like the Renia, the 315, Aquilum
Aqualin.
315, the Renia adhesive. It's a water-based, so it has hardly any smell to it.
Very minimal.
Yeah, very minimal.
And it works really well.
It does work. It
you
is.
can
It's
actually
quite
use
good.
it two different ways, and I was watching Rennie put out a video of it. The guy wasn't speaking German, he was speaking English, but it is a German product. And he was talking about you can put it on both sides of it and let it get tacky clear like you would a normal contact cement, or you could put it wet on one side and put enough to where you transfer it over to the other side, and you just have to wait longer for the drying time.
I don't know the odor of it. A lot of people are very sensitive to stuff like that. It never bothered me. I always kind of liked it.
Denny's one of those people that sniffs the diesel when he's filling up the truck.
I don't know. I had a friend. His dad had one of those gas tanks on stilts on the farm, and he'd always get up on top and open the cap on that gas tank and smell it. He passed out, fell off, and broke his arm one time.
Oh my gosh. I think that should catch it.
I thought you guys would like to hear stuff like that. I don't know.
I think that's what we've become here. Not only do we do leather crafting, we just have conversations. And they will go lots of different places.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I've got my border outlined. Okay. To do this on all three.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're liking it, aren't you?
Wrong.
Does barge have an odorless?
I don't believe so.
They have like a tolling free, but I think it's a rubber cement. So that's not the same.
Yeah, rubber cement peels off very easily. It's not a permanent type cement.
Yeah.
Now we're going to stitch that line
We are gonna stitch.
after we cement it to this.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. And then we're gonna sew them down in between. So where each of these is, we're gonna sew that down, and these aren't gonna go anywhere. I'm not.
I see. I see. Now I understand.
It's gonna be fine. I just don't want that many stitches on the back.
Yeah.
You know, that seems like a lot of stitch
Yeah,
lines
that's
on the
good.
back.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yes, Tony.
Latigo Smith says barge comes with extra.
Probably.
Terry Beeson has a Korean fishing rod to show me. I can't wait.
I'm sure he'll be in this afternoon. He's probably got to pick up his stuff. Oh,
He's asking if his
Did he buy
HD
anything
leather
yesterday?
was ready. Yeah, he did. He bought
Okay.
some of that HD.
is he having it split?
I don't know. I haven't checked that part. I guess he can answer now. He can let me know right now.
All right. I'm gonna go sew this up. Okay, crazy. My middle name.
ECB.
You're on camera now, Liz.
That's so close.
I can get closer if you want.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, good, you did back to this.
Thanks.
I don't know if that was in your written plans over there or not.
This machine is so amazing. This is our class 26. I am going up and down. So there's some sections here where I've just got the heritage that's been bell knifed, and we're going up and over that. But then we're going up and over those welts, and it just walks over everything.
you're sewing with a machine and you're like, I'm just going up and down. I was like, was there any other way to do it on a sewing machine? You know, just
Moment here.
John, is it what you thought it would be in here?
Especially solid wood.
This is how we make sure everybody has fun in here.
We worth it.
That's how it's
We don't come by it naturally at all. Oh, Terry said he won the Class 26 giveaway.
Terry did?
So he said, I didn't know we were giving any away. I guess he created his own giveaway.
That was his giveaway in his mind. Terry?
We'll give it to you at a cost.
It just went up.
You pay for it, we will give it to you. We don't even have any right now at the moment, do we?
I mean, we just got a dozen in, but they're all spoken for.
Are we pretty much caught up on the Class 26 orders?
We
Or are
were
we still
until
behind?
like 2 weeks ago, and then everybody ordered them.
Well, we had that weekend that we had our last price before we were.
Exactly. Okay. Oh, let's hope I stay on this line, guys.
Are you gonna backstitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, Liz.
Dean says at cost. No, at a cost, not at the cost. Rusty hasn't punched me yet, but he probably would for that.
Oh, I feel like I should have a right foot.
Just got 2 left feet.
Just so I mean, right now I just have the one left foot, but since my welt comes over to the right and not to the left.
You missed my dad joke, but it's okay.
Well, I knew
I
it
got
was
it.
there.
He just didn't laugh. So was that your Denny burn for today?
Well,
I just
no.
make jokes and you
I
don't
didn't wait.
laugh.
I didn't want to be the first.
It was that bad. I don't want to laugh first. Eric said he just got a text that his SLC delivery was showing up at the house. He's headed home for lunch now.
All right.
His Pro Edge bevelers were coming today.
Oh, you're going to love them, buddy.
We're on there. That's exciting. This is hard to do.
Maybe do the other one backwards.
Do it backwards.
Yeah, instead of stitching.
Forward.
Yeah. Stitch from the other direction is what I meant.
He's going to bring him back and work with him and mess with him.
Yeah, edge stuff at work. Just bevel everything. You
All
can
the
find.
corners of your desk. Make sure all the edges are beveled. No, don't do that.
Terry was talking about that fishing rod he's going to show me. Terry, that other one that you showed me, you said those Japanese guys, they were trying to catch one specific size of fish that would fit in their pan. What I want to know is, what if they catch one that's bigger than that? What do they do?
Do they put it back?
Yeah, do they put it back and just wait for the perfect one?
That seems like an inefficient way to get your dinner.
I guess you feel like you earned it that way, don't you?
I guess. W. Broadburn wants to know what the reason is for sewing from the face and having to look under it rather than sewing from the inside face.
The stitch doesn't look the same. It looks way better on the front side. than
Right.
it does
Well,
on
show us the backside there, Elizabeth.
Yeah, it just the backside.
Yeah.
Unless you're hand sewing, which even then,
Yeah, the
you have
bottom-
a blowout on the back.
The bottom
Yeah.
side's always going to look a little less finished than the top side. Doesn't matter if you're hand stitching or machine stitching.
Man, I'm just not really sure about this line. I thought this was going to be a lot easier, but then I didn't really take into consideration that veg panel that I put in there.
You're marking some other stitching lines there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what I was saying.
Yep, start on this side and go
Yeah,
around,
right.
because then it's not falling
Yeah.
off. Yeah, you're a smart one. That's why I keep you around, Denny.
Jeff Allen was saying that he has a sewing machine that he just has to drive to Wisconsin to go pick up.
As long as he doesn't live in California, that's not bad.
Yeah, or Maine,
Or Maine.
Anywhere else, it'll be terrible.
or England. That'd be a long drive from England.
I don't, is that even possible?
I guess if you got it
It would be a
underwater.
wet drive. It would be a very wet drive.
At least for part of it.
Forget it.
Looking good from here.
Harry answered your question.
Terry said they threw those fish back. That was his understanding. The idea was it needed to be just the right size or they couldn't sell them to the chefs. Oh, I see. So these were market fish they were catching. Oh, I see.
Probably for some sushi.
Yeah. I was thinking, if they were the wrong size, they could just cut them to fit.
Jeff said if you had a boat to cross Lake Michigan, it'd probably take about 5 hours round trip. I guess the ferry doesn't go that way across Lake Michigan.
Well, maybe you could rent a boat.
Maybe I'll buy a boat to go get your
Yeah, buy a boat to go pick up your machine.
Sounds like a good trade.
Got a good price on the machine, but the boat's going to cost you at the wazoo.
We can just put you a couple lines out the back and catch you dinner on the way.
Yeah, yeah. If they're the right size.
Uh, Dean says wear a money belt when you go.
Okay, we'll get back to that.
I mean, we've already hit on bamboo again. Might as well get back to the money belts.
All right. One more.
You want Denny to get those knives out for you, Liz?
That was a trick question, I think.
She may punch me on the way back behind the table. You're probably right. Oh.
Man, Denny, that was a good idea.
Did it work?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was way better.
It's hard to visualize from that direction, but once you get started, it's not so bad.
The amazing JB has made it in.
At least I can see the welt. So when I look at the needle plate, no. But my stitch came undone. When I look at the needle plate, I can see where the welt is falling on the needle plate, and then I know if I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Or not. They're judging me. He probably would have made a template and then laid it across the top over each one of them and then drew his stitch line.
Thought I was going to be able to close that door, but it's going.
Okay.
Looks good.
Well, good. All right. Just a little lighter over here. Oh, there's one hanging up. And there's snips, so I can leave these snips here. So next time we've got our snips. All right. It's okay.
It's nice to have snips that cut good.
It is nice to have good snips. And this
When I
side,
had my saddle shop,
I caught
I had
it all.
permanent callus on my thumb from burning through it. It still hurts sometimes though.
Yeah. I know in the shop a lot of times they'll burn it and then they'll do it with the like the side of the lighter or something. All right, that's too much. Maybe if I did it all day.
Warm?
Mm-hmm. All right. Boom.
Looks great.
Okay. Okay. So now we can start rolling. Let me make sure. Stitch outlines. Good to go. We glue the veg linings to the back panel. We glue the top lining. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we can get this put on here. And then we will start rolling all of these edges. So these will get rolled down, and all of these will get rolled around. And then we'll sew these lines, which actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and mark those lines while it is here. Give me the ruler.
Mark it with a ruler.
You don't have
Here's
a
the
silver.
smaller one.
You have a silver marking pen?
Not. Believe so. I can go get one.
We want to make sure that we hit that one. He's going to go get a silver marking pen. I'm going to drink some coffee. That looks just right. So we've got both of those seams matching up. Stick a stitch there. Perfect. Run, Denny, run.
Are you at stocking point?
What?
Are you at stocking point until you get a silver pen?
Yes.
Do you know what we should do next week?
Yes.
What?
Kevin's going to do pictorial carving.
No. I said, you know what we should
Oh,
do?
what? Like you and me, we?
Yes.
Okay. What should we do?
We should stock this room with some essential supplies, like silver marking pens.
Yeah, that's probably
We
not
got
a
that
bad
cool little
idea.
organizer right behind you.
Yeah, I'll use an edge beveler and this guy,
I know.
and a mallet.
Some of those French divers could probably disappear because they are not sharp.
That's true. We could get the sharpening guy to sharpen them for us.
Danny?
Danny.
I will try.
We'll see. Is there a better way to do this, Denny?
I'll tell you the way I would do it.
Oh, you would probably mark it on the top and the bottom, huh? You would do it. And then draw a line. This is why I keep them around, guys.
Now just connect the dots.
Okay. All right. More glue, Tony.
Got the door open.
All right. Well, you put glue everywhere that's not the inside of the boxes. And I will do
How
the same.
far up here do I need to go?
Oh,
Just gonna fold over like this, right?
Yeah, so it's actually going to be a little bit,
Yeah. Where's our
just a little.
marker here?
Okay.
That's all I need.
Okay.
How's John doing over there? Is he making it through the gluing situation?
I don't know if I can drive back to Nashville tonight or not.
I can see his head swimming from here.
Get you a hotel. Turns out leather work is just a lot of gluing.
This is what a lot of people get into.
Okay, and I'm going to go.
Missed something.
What did you miss?
Well, I gotta move the camera. Scoot over a little bit. I sent you something. I saw it. Thank you. Maybe we're good. Hey, Liz.
Yes.
The amazing JB wants you to have a.
I have some tea, actually. Tea.
Maybe we should change it to you just take all the sip. You just take a sip of something.
Just whatever I've got. I don't usually have tea, but it's warm in here, and my coffee is hot still because I have the amazing thermos mug, which keeps it warm till like 5 o'clock in the evening if it were to last that long, but it doesn't last that long. But the tea is nice and icy. So.
We need a money belt video, a flip flop video. Jeff Allen's getting buzzed just watching all the gluing. Charles Abbott said, "Go fishing with you, Denny, so you can catch fish." Fish fry for the employees.
All right, let's do it. Bob Barker would say, "Come on down."
We went to the same high school, me and Bob Barker.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I would say he was a bit before you.
He
He was
was
an alumni.
probably like one of the first classes of Central High School. You know what's funny is though, like Drury College is right across the street from us, and he went there too, and they've got all this stuff. And I think sometimes like he'll come and see them. He never came to my high school. He never. We were just across the street, but he couldn't bother himself. Bob Barker.
Oh.
Bob Barker.
Yeah,
He went to jury.
yeah. He went to Central. He's from Springfield.
He was also one of the main supporters of the Humane Society,
I
wasn't he?
know, which is perfect for
What
us
did he
because
always
we have
used to
all
say
the
after the
dogs.
show, Denny? Maybe we can have that in. Can you take that? And
Always spay and neuter your pet.
Just not your cows. You need more cows.
Yeah, that doesn't work out well.
Denny, how'd you go so fast?
Denny's a gluing machine.
I was probably talking.
No.
No. I don't do that.
You were distracted by your coffee sips.
Oh, right.
You're hydrating.
I had extra tasks.
Michael says hello to Tony and Liz and my hero, Denny.
Aww.
I'm the hero. Hello, Michael. What can I say?
A man without a cape.
Hit it, Abigail.
What's the rest of that song?
I'm not singing here
Just later today.
Just solo.
yet.
It is actually still quite nice outside.
Yeah, though you can tell the seasons are getting ready to change.
Mm-hmm.
Which in a way is sad, but in a way I'm really glad this hot weather is pretty oppressing.
It was pretty warm there for a while. It's oppressing. I have been oppressed by the heat. Let's get that hairdryer out here.
Plugged in.
No, we were. Yeah, Tony, write that down. We need like a short power cord for the hairdryer.
Yeah.
Because it's only like 3 feet long.
Maybe we could open it up and do some surgery on it.
Oh, so we want to line up the. Yep.
Let's turn it over and see what we got before we press it too hard. Look pretty good, don't you think?
We're a little, no, we're a little. Actually, I feel like maybe we should line up these.
Okay.
I feel like that's the most important part. I don't know.
Real quiet, you guys, because this is suspenseful. We got enough to fold everywhere.
Yeah, we got a little overhang. I almost wonder. Why does that side line up and that side's too wide? Shall we trim?
It'll still work though,
Okay.
won't it?
Do you have a French edger? Can you edge that off?
Just happened to.
Edge that. There's sticky glue. We have to do a little surgery before we continue. Oh, no. Edge this off.
Oh.
Yeah. It's really fun trying to do this while everything is adhered.
I think we're okay.
Okay. Well, let's see what we've got now. Just line up. Yeah, that'll be better. And then we can trim off if we need to trim off that turn. But this side lines up pretty well. A little higher. Here, you do.
You okay there?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got it. Surgery complete. Perfect. All right. So now we've got our overhang because we're going to do this whole thing will be rolled edged here on the back. Perfect. Okay.
Now, do we roll those edges now or?
Yeah. Because then we can sew these down. We'll go, yep, let's go ahead and get those rolled. And then we'll be ready to do our perimeter stitch. Oh, you know what? While you want to do that, and I'm going to run a stitch on one of these edges. Okay. Or on 3 of these edges.
John, if you need to go out and the blue's bothering you, don't feel like you need to stay in here.
But I felt like putting the model together.
You guys working on the Denny
John, what kind of stuff do you make?
Motorcycle bags, purses, literature bags, type of stuff.
So you're real excited about that pebble grain heavy duty leather that we sold yesterday.
And 2 to 3 saddlebags out of it.
Gonna make nice ones.
Is that what the HD is? It's heavy duty? Is
It's,
that what that
it's heavy
stands?
duty, yeah. Yeah, some heavy duty leather. For some heavy duty motorcycles. Hmm.
Cowboy bedroll.
Out of leather?
I guess you'd stitch up your stuff to it and just
How's it going, Denny?
strap it to your saddle.
I may have left you with the hard part. I may have. I don't even feel bad about it. All right. Got our perimeter stitch on our flap. Yeah, trim that up.
Yeah. That's perfection. Right there.
That's great. And then that's is the side that we're buck stitching through, right?
Which side?
This
This side, I hope.
I think so. Yeah. I think I'm gonna get out those knives so we can see how thick it's gonna be. Nothing's plugged in back here.
Interesting.
Oh, the glue eraser.
Worked wonders. Where would we be without it? Stuck to everything.
We have lots of excess adhesive.
All right. Better get this off.
Okay.
That's not too pretty there, is it?
And then this guy is gonna go there.
Mark
Mark
it
the
up.
line. And the glue again. I think well, that's not true. We still have to glue up the rest of that panel. We're getting close.
We're within a day or two of having this done.
All right.
That right?
Yep. I feel like going over the machine. It's not gonna love this. This is gonna be another one of those putting our class 26 to the test videos. And the hammer.
Fix it a little bit.
Probably just hammer that whole thing while we're at it.
Yeah. This is part of buck stitching, right?
This, yes. No, this.
Okay.
All right. So he's gonna go down. Okay, so we should sew these couple lines here,
Yeah, those
and
two
then
and that
and
one.
then a perimeter. Here we go again. It's gonna be fun. And then this is going to attach to the back with a good old buck stitch. I'm done my back stitch.
Are you saying we can judge your front stitch?
Nope, not that one either.
John, what part of Tennessee are you from?
Just outside Nashville.
Nashville.
Little town called Bonnock.
I have a lot of folks down around Kingston and
Kingston Springs.
Kingston
Oh, okay.
and Spring City. I don't know if you know where, down by Watts Bar Lake.
Okay.
Down there in hillbilly country, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, guys. One really big stitch.
We're not judging. We're just watching.
Benny, the thing is out.
The whole Deal is? Yeah. It's gonna do its job. Protect those knives. I looked at him a minute ago. Is that all right?
Only with your eyes.
Just with my eyes. I never touched.
Zero says, "Isn't Springfield hillbilly country?"
No.
Denny is probably a hillbilly. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Well, I've been in the hills.
Some people have called me Billy.
Denny Bill.
Denny Bill. I just call you Chucky D.
Yeah, Chuck E.
I like that. I feel like Springfield's kind of surrounded by it, but
Yeah.
It don't take long to get to it, that's for sure.
depends on what word you're saying.
Y'all, hillbilly. What do you think doing a video on motorcycle saddlebags? We have that motorcycle accessory kit.
Yeah.
We could probably put something together like
Oh,
Yeah.
I need to stop.
I'm not understanding what Liz is saying. I don't think she wants anyone to understand.
I don't.
She doesn't want those stitches there.
I don't. So this is where we need to buck stitch, but we'll just pretend like that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna sew.
Buck stitch right up through it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
No, I was reading chat. Sorry. I got lots of people talking to me, Liz. Well, they're talking amongst themselves. I just get to.
Observe.
Did I put that question from Chris up there?
Chris Morency.
Yeah.
She must have tuned in a little bit late.
Or he?
Or he.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wanted to know if Liz finished the knife
Right.
case from Wednesday, and the answer is no, but it will be finished at some point in the near future.
Probably.
Probably.
Got some comments on the sewing machine again. It's probably the most versatile sewing machine that we have.
The 26, yeah.
Especially when you get a table with it on there.
Use the table right now.
Because you can do up to a half inch thick.
Uh-huh.
Eric just got back from his house with the bevelers.
All right.
They are gorgeous.
Aren't they pretty?
Were they packed well? Did we ship the package out to you nicely?
If we didn't, please don't tell us.
If we did, let us know so we can fix that issue. He says, "Oh yeah, it was super packed. Good." Liz, I'm trying to help with your quality control.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
That might be one.
No, because I have you too busy doing live shopping.
Yeah.
Estimates.
Oh, one more.
Yeah, most people don't realize how much it takes to do one of these live videos. You know, it's more than just coming in here on Friday or Wednesday.
Well, even just shooting the videos
Yeah.
in here. I mean, Liz and I pretty much get to do what we need to do Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is video.
Right.
The live shopping, it may be only an hour. We were talking about it when John came in. I was like, that is, for us, that's the most work video that we have. Except for when you make a knife roll that you made Denny tool for 3 days. I've made you do a lot of things, Denny, but I haven't made you tool a 4x8 piece of leather.
Hey,
I
That's
did not
what it-
make him tool a whole cow, okay? that didn't happen.
I love to tool. Don't
You
get me
do.
wrong, I love to. But it's hard to do something like that under the gun when you have a time frame that you've got to match.
Do you think she'd get mad if you pull those knives that way a little bit, and I'll show off your tooling portion?
Pull it this
Don't
way.
touch them. Just pull on the.
Don't worry, I just got to hold a rabbit skin.
Okay. I was gonna try to slide these in over here. Liz, the leather is close to the knives, but it's not touching them. That way, if Kyle's watching, he also. No. Let's zoom in on this. What do you think about that? We'll just take a peek and look at your work there.
Yeah, there's 10 flowers there. Let me see, there's
1, 2.
6 different flowers, but there's 10 flowers total on the
Woo.
thing.
Okay, Denny, now it's your turn. Let me do some snipping real fast.
Sorry, I had your arm over your face, Kenny.
You mean now I'm gonna have to do something?
Now you're gonna have to do something
Oh man.
that's not gluing, which we're all happy about. Oh, you know what though? If we put the knives in the tool roll, I'll be able to know
Yes, that'll have to be
the,
that way.
yeah. Oh, good. Nobody saw that because Tony wasn't on any of those cameras. I just threw the snips instead of like it was a piece of thread.
Yeah, but now you've tattled on yourself.
I did.
That is grading on the leather. Any word on the upgraded ugly bundle? Kevin said on one of his rare appearances that he wanted to add more quality leather to the bundle.
I think he's doing it. I think we got it and he's just doing it. Okay.
Looking good.
Let's see if it works.
Where are your white gloves?
I don't have them.
Oh my goodness.
One, two, three. And it goes over. Gonna fold and fold. Everything is protected. Nothing is hanging out. So this is gonna get buck stitched there. This is so much. Okay, Denny, what do we got?
About how far from the ends do you think? we need to
Kind
be?
of like a third and a third.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go right there.
What are you marking there?
This is where we're gonna put our magnetic clasps.
Yeah, let me mark it with the pen because I'm going to cover it up anyway. Where was it? Right there. Well, that doesn't work either.
It's too clean.
Yeah. Okay, let me set these 2 snaps and then we'll put it back together again.
Okay.
Is the glue that we are using more pungent than barge or weld?
It's about the same.
It's the same. Yep.
Where was I, Liz?
Right here.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. No problem.
Okay, which side goes where now? This is
So this is the front, so it gets this side.
and this is the one that
Nope. This goes on this side. So let's see here. So when this comes around,
so
you
this
want,
this one needs to be actually through here, right?
yep. So this will be through the front.
I shouldn't have marked that.
Oh, it'll be okay.
Yeah, I want to see
You
that.
you can't find it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. Hopefully no one else can. Let me measure that.
Nope. It's this one. You want this side. Let's just make sure. So we're folding it around. This is going to go on the inside, and we're going to clip in like this because it's going to pull away. So you want this like that.
Okay.
So these little magnetic clasps have So-
grabs on them.
yep, this little clip in here. They pop into, and then you can't pull it apart. Well, I mean you can, but it's got this little lip that clips into the backside. They're really quite nice. They're pretty strong.
So which side?
Other way.
I knew I'd get it just the opposite of the way. It
There we go.
been. Okay, let's glue this down. And see, we're not done gluing yet, you guys. You're not out of the woods.
Jack Frost said, "You said Royer knives earlier, like Kyle Royer.
That is right.
That is like Kyle Royer and his dad."
Yeah, these knives were made by his dad, Jeff. But like Kyle. Yeah.
Kyle was in the last stream that we had.
He was. So was Jeff.
Yep, they both were, and they just live down the street,
They do live, they're not too far from here.
probably over in hillbilly country.
It's getting pretty close.
Where are they at? Crane, you said?
It is something that's, I don't know if I want to,
I think they're in Clever.
yeah, they're clever. Good. And this fit real good. You want to open that door again, Tony?
Yeah.
No, the buzz is wearing off. Leave it closed.
It does look like it's gonna rain all weekend.
But it hasn't. I haven't got cookies today. They look like chocolate chip cookies. So there's this cute little sub shop that's down the road from us, maybe like 2 blocks. And it's just this tiny little building. Tiny little building.
It's actually called this.
It's called the Sub Shop. And it's been there for years. And I've seen it and I've driven by, but I've never stopped. It is a cash only
Yep.
sub shop. But it's one of the best places in town. I had a Reuben last week and it was delicious.
There's another one that's downtown across the street from Bruco.
Oh, was there?
Mhm.
Same place? Same kind of place?
Same people.
Same people. Nice.
Yep, I get the fighter pilot.
I don't know what I got today.
I don't either.
Kind of hoping that it's
I'm
the
getting ready to
meatball,
find
but
out though if you don't.
we need a longer cord. It unplugged itself. The lining on this is just slightly oversized, just so once we get it all glued up, we can trim it down.
I'll stitch it and I'll trim it after it's stitched, I think.
Okay.
All right, now we got to go back to where we were again.
Okay.
I'll put these on.
Yeah, because then you can kind of just poke them into the.
I think Carl was picking on us on YouTube. He said if you had a money belt, you could just go to the sub shop so often.
Yeah, and take your belt off. Say, hang on a minute, folks.
Let me.
And after the cops leave, all I was doing is getting my money out.
Okay, so this will be. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
It doesn't really matter. Nope, that's not the way I wanted to go.
Keep my eye on that because I know I'll lose it again. You know I will too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it. I'll
Okay.
just have to match it.
Okay.
What was there?
They're already hooked in.
Yeah.
Brent said, aren't the modern money belts called fanny packs?
Yes.
Your husband wears a fanny pack,
My husband wears a fanny pack every day.
but he wears it on the front. So is it really called a fanny pack?
Yeah.
But it's not on his fanny.
Just because it's called a fanny pack doesn't get
So why name it a fanny pack if you don't wear it on your fanny?
because people used to wear them.
Abigail has strong opinions about the fanny pack.
I do as well.
I carry one. I never wear it as a fanny pack,
Wear it as a
but
shoulder bag.
it's just my purse.
It's
Yeah.
called a hippie
Okay, it's a
pack. On your
hippie.
hips.
Oh, it's this tooling pattern of going to be available online. Did you draw it out or did you just?
I have it drawn out. Yeah.
You could make it. It's big. It would
I mean,
be
it's about as big as that. Right there.
about as big as that.
About 4 foot by 8 foot.
This guy.
We can probably put up the tooling. We'll have it.
This is a pretty specific thing.
Well, I mean, if you want to make a tool roll with 3 knives in it. I mean, because you would just make your other end a little bit longer. You could just repeat it again.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to put 10 or 20 knives in there.
Yep.
That'd be a long knife roll.
Be a lot. You'd have to make it. That would be huge.
Are you hammering that into my table?
Yep.
Okay.
You like it?
That's guess it'd be just fine.
You keep losing them.
I know. I keep forgetting where I am.
Carl says, fanny pack front or back, depends on what part of the world you're from. I am from Springfield, Missouri right now, Carl.
Hillbilly country.
Yeah, and my fanny's on my back.
We might end this and then buck stitch it later.
Let's get Steve and set the velvet bag.
Is it
I
good?
also have one of that.
Good?
Yeah. I think.
Nope, this one's backwards.
Well, why did you do that?
Oh, wait a minute. Which one's? Yeah, this one's backwards.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything right now. This is my normal part of a video is to not do anything. And then just correct Denny.
Well, Denny needs correction.
You always double check these magnetic clasps that have like specific ways. Just, make sure everything's cool before you finish it up. It'd be really depressing if we got this done and it was backwards. Although I feel like that would be par for the course on just life here.
Yeah, on live video.
Now are we good?
Didn't you think that I could talk you into
Yeah.
writing the tool numbers that you did on it, or just maybe a tool list to put with it?
Yeah. It'll,
you hear that
it'll be
echo?
a while. It won't be today, probably. But yeah, I'll,
Okay.
Does somebody need to take
yeah,
that
I've
for
got
us
the
to get that?
pattern that you can post and
Are we gluing?
Yeah.
Okay.
More glue.
This is the last of it though. It's okay. Denny likes to quick shine inside too. We have to yell at him about that.
All right. While you glue, I'm gonna read through. I'm gonna switch the microphone over here. I'm gonna read through the video list. Next week though is going to change. Do you know what Wednesday and Friday are gonna be next week, Liz?
We're gonna do both pictorial carving. Kevin said he's gonna need 2 videos.
To do as pictorial carving.
Mhm.
All right. So next week is gonna be pictorial carving, and these will adjust accordingly. Sorry. All right, can you hear me? Probably should be able to. Denny steering wheel cover is going to be the next following weeks. Then cutting fringe, leather machine company machines, a bowling ball bag is going to be 1 week. Chad and I are going to do a wood gusset Glowforge bag. Probably going to take a couple videos for that. Chad and Stacy are going to do a sneaker shootout. So we're going to get some white sneakers in here and paint on them. And then a money belt, a saddle, a little saddle rebuild. It's going to take a couple videos for that. We're going to do an uptown or a midtown bucket update on one of the patterns we have. Bar stool recover, nice, recover, and tool talk. Abigail's just laughing away over there because I'm mispronouncing everything. And then it looks like maybe the first week, second week, somewhere in November are going to be the moccasins. Now they've got the hairdryer going over there. Yeah, a bowling ball bag. Liz picked up a bowling ball bag at a local thrift store. So we're going to have that. All right, let me switch it back over there to them. Andrea has a question. Do you have a liner? Do you have the liner that we are using?
Wait. This?
Yeah, all you did was just split a piece of veg down?
Yeah, it's just like a 2 to 3 ounce veg.
2 to 3 ounce Herman Oak is what I used.
All Herman Oak. This is 100% Herman Oak. Innards and outers.
Innards and outers.
You can buy all the leather that we are using here at Springfield Leather.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so guys, how this is going to assemble, we're going to do a perimeter stitch around this just to hold everything together. And then this center line or offset 2/3 line here is going to be buck stitched into, so wherever that line is, we're going to place this and we're going to buck stitch it all the way down, which will secure the knife roll to the back. And we are going to do that not here because it is getting late and we are getting hungry.
Are you gonna do both your projects? Finish both of them up this weekend so we can see them?
We'll see it. Yeah, because we have till
Next
Wednesday.
week?
So yeah. So we'll have everything ready for next week. We'll show you that before Kevin gets started on his pictorial carving. Everything will fold up, hopefully really nicely, and we'll have a tool roll. So.
Why don't you throw it up over there by Campus 30?
This?
Yeah.
That's really.
Oh, I meant the knife roll, but.
Oh.
zoom out.
Knife roll. So we'll have a buck stitch line that goes all the way here that will secure into this line.
Would it be too much to ask to pull that middle knife out and lay it on top?
We can do that.
It would be too much to ask for you to do it.
Well, that is the truth. Oh, look, we're gonna get all of them.
Here they are.
All right.
And there it is, folks. We did
Yeah,
most of the thing today.
You got an L all the way in, folks.
Folks. I enunciated.
All y'all folk.
All right. We have sniffed enough glue for today.
Yeah.
We're going to go eat some lunch. We'll see you guys next week. I hope you have a great weekend.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.